if this works with my driver, well, then I'm just gonna say goodbye to everything else, because yeah, that is smoke. Okay, what's going on YouTube? Today we're at Westcott Driving Range. We're gonna be working on the single plane swing. We have some friendly geese out here in front of us. We got 2 giant buckets of balls. We're gonna be working on the single plane swing, sort of like Bryson, sort of like Mo, Norman. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can do this. I'm gonna swing a couple conventional swings first, or not even conventional, but just my swing, and then I'm gonna start implementing some of these strategies from the single plane swing. So let's jump into it. First on the list that we're changing is the grip. So my grip, I got my thumb over here. I do trigger finger above my other fingers with a little gap, and I grip it like this. This is my regular grip. But for this grip, for the new grip that we're trying, hand is gonna be straight down the face of the club like this. My trail arm, I still overlap, but instead of being over here, I'm gonna adjust it more to behind the club, and that's gonna be the grip. Second thing, and this is probably the most important thing, at least that I've researched, is my stance in comparison to the ball. I'm not going to be super close to the ball like I usually am. I'm actually going to be backing up and stretching out to it, because one of the biggest differences in this is when you are in a conventional swing, you let your arms relax, and it creates almost like a 110 degree. This would be like 90, so it's like a little maybe 120 or something like that angle here. And I actually don't want that. I actually want to be more almost like a 180. Just keep a straight line with the shaft. So the grip's changed further away from the ball, and then there's differences in, like, so Mo Norman, one of his big things is putting the club like super far behind the ball when he starts, so that way he's already in his turn when he strikes. So the last and biggest difference is the tilt at start. So I get this stretch, I get the grip down, right? I'm gonna be tilting more, closing this shoulder off, tilting more. We're gonna hit a few and see the differences. Another big thing that Mo talks about is his hands are like a pendulum. So he gets through the ball and he ends up here. He ends up in the air. So I gotta work on that as well. So I shank it with mine, and then I hit my gap wedge probably 126, pitching wedge. My original swing. That probably went about 135 yards. And now we'll use the single plane swing. I mean, just, it's night and day. It's crazy. It's a 140, it's like 143, 142, something like that. So, straight line, and it's where I aimed. Pitch and wedge 140 is crazy. So I'm getting yardage too. Not only am I getting a straighter shot, I'm also gaining yardage. 9-iron, this should go about 140 with my regular. Oh, and I there it is. Bladed it right over to the geese. 40 conventional, wider stance, move it back, single plane action. And it's just hit even better. It's so crazy. That was 150. So I'm gaining about 10 yards on all these shots. Stock shot 8-iron should be about 150, 155. So I hit that a little chunky, but it's so effortless. How far is that? 168. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Next we have the 7-iron. So stock shot first. There's the classic shot shape, fade. I hit it pretty high. That's about 150. It's near the 150 stake. So now we'll try the single plane. Oh, I fattened it and it still's going. Look at that. 173. 173 is a solid 7-iron for me. I'm not picky with that at all. Okay, next we have the 6-iron. And my 7-iron and my 6-iron are actually the only 2 irons in my bag where I don't really know my distances. My 5-iron is about 210 yards if I smoke it. My 4-iron is about 220 if I smoke it. 6 and 7 I don't really know. So 6-iron should be about 190. Faded it, pushed it. And that didn't go, that probably went 150 yards. That was bad. Dead straight. It's a little short though. That was 160. It's really, really short for a 6-iron. Now we got the 5-iron. 5-iron conventional. And that's hit pretty decent, but that's short. Hammered. Yeah, I mean, the difference is just night and day. I don't even know how far that is. Probably 200 at least. Maybe 160, 70, I don't know. All right. 3-wood conventional. I hit it fat. Pretty straight, not bad. 190 probably. Single plane. That's gone. Nuked. Heck yeah. How far is that yellow stick? Ah, it's 260. That's ridiculous. I'm actually just in shock right now. Anybody who's watched the channel knows that I do not hit the ball well. And for me to consistently be out here hitting these that well, you want to talk about a revelation, dude. This is the coolest thing I've ever. I'm gonna get one right down this side so you guys can see it clearly. Yeah, I mean, that's just hammered. So this is my regular driver swing. Like, that's what I regularly do, and it doesn't go very far, or it slices. There we go. Holy crap. That's back of the range. I'm gonna do one more 5-iron and then 2 more 3-woods and call it. Straight out, tilt. It's pretty good. The divot pattern is remarkable though. I could never do that with my regular swing. I would be slicing everything this way. Let's do yellow pole. Aim at the yellow pole. Okay. No, that was a little thin. It faded a little bit, but that's pretty good. About 30 yards to the right of where I was aiming.